How will you make sure the next 12 months are not the same as the last 12 months? The only way to do that is to do something new and to start today. To take action, to take immediate action. The world's never gonna wait for you. Oh my. The world is never gonna stop for you. The world is never gonna wait for you. You can't wait for permission from friends. You can't wait for permission from family. You can't wait for permission from anyone but yourself, because you're the only one holding yourself back. And I say this as somebody who held myself back from pursuing one of my biggest dreams for years. I know you have to take action. I know you have to take imperfect, immediate action. Action that is insane. I heard somebody say recently that 20 seconds of insane courage can totally change your life. And it's absolutely true. You have to decide today to be stronger. You have to decide today to be better. You have to decide today to become the version of yourself that you want to be and live your best life now, because no one else is going to do it for you. It's your life, and if you don't live it, if you don't pilot and captain your own ship, then you're never going to get to where you want to go. And so I started this Warrior 40 challenge just today. It's day 1 of 40 days. Very simple. I needed to challenge myself. I wanted to keep challenging myself in a way that was physically, mentally, and spiritually. And so I was inspired by the 75 Hard Challenge that I recently finished, billed as a mental toughness challenge. But I wanted to have another component that had a spiritual aspect. And so I created the Warrior 40, a 40-day challenge for your mind, body, and spirit. Basically, very simply, 5 daily components and 2 weekly components. The 5 daily components are simply to pray 30 minutes a day, to hydrate with half a gallon of water, to exercise 2 times a day for a half an hour each, one of those periods of time to be outside, to focus on your diet, to have a structured diet that is something that fits your long-term goals, but is something structured like vegan, vegetarian, carnivore, paleo, keto. Pick something that has a structure to it and commit to it for the 40 days. And then finally, the last thing is to focus on your sleep. I think it's an underestimated part of health. Long-term vitality is getting consistently 8 hours of sleep and waking basically at the same time every day. And so I'm committing to focusing on those 5 things every day. And twice a week, I am focusing on a rest day, taking one day, one 24-hour period to unplug, to get outside, to spend time with my family, to honor God, to remember the Lord, honor the Sabbath like it talks about in the Bible. And also, I am committed to doing a 24-hour fast each week. And then if you're interested in the bonus, my little bonus is to encourage someone, somewhere, somehow, in some way, each day. So that's there, or you can do it each week, whatever you're able to do, but to think of someone other than yourself. So I'm doing this, I invite you to do it along with me. But whether or not you do the Warrior 40, recognizing that the power of change starts with taking one step. And 2.5 years ago, as you can go back and see, my first video on this channel was walking out my front door, committing to a mini habit. It was a 1.5 minute long video. No makeup, no hair, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, probably at 5:30 in the morning. And I committed to myself to making change. And I have stuck to it. And by doing these videos, I'm continuing that momentum, making change in my life. And I invite you to do it because I love how, I think it's Goethe, I think is how you pronounce it, but it's spelled Goethe. He is attributed as saying that boldness has genius, power, and magic in it. And that's what I wish for all of you. If you're watching this video, If there's anything you get from my channel, I hope that you would have the boldness and the courage. 20 seconds of insane courage. What I had, a minute and a half of insane courage to record one video, walk out my front door, commit to a mini habit, something so ridiculously small I couldn't fail on my worst day. That's what I started with. And 20 seconds of insane courage, or this aspect of having that boldness has genius, power, and magic in it. It's just true. It's so true. And everything that I have undertaken in my life that has become unforgettable and added to the amazing journey that I've had and the life that I have lived in so many ways, living my dreams in so many aspects of life, is because I set off on a journey in some way, whether physically, mentally, or spiritually. And honestly, today, July 10th, on that note, is incredibly meaningful for me, because when I was 21 years old, actually, when I was 20 years old, on July 10th, I committed to doing a fast for one day. And then I did it for 2 days, 48 hours, and then I did it for 72 hours. I did it for 3 days, and then I aimed for 5 days, and then a week. And before I knew it, I had gone not just a week, but 2 weeks, and then 3 weeks, and 4 weeks, and 5 weeks. And I ended up completing like a 40-day fast on liquid and another 7 days fasting on water. And when I was done, I had done a 47-day fast that absolutely changed my life. And that was me calibrating my life and choosing God, to make God the center of my life, to seek his direction and guidance at the age of 20 and his purposes in my life. And that was a spiritual, that was something simple. I don't even know how I made the decision to fast for one day. I don't remember that moment. I just remember it was on July 10th, and that's why I picked tonight's the video, but that's why I picked today to do this Warrior 40 challenge, is because this day had significance in my life over 20 years ago. And I offer this to you today, simply this. Find 20 seconds of insane courage and start on a journey that you will never regret, because boldness has genius, power, and magic in it. I'll see you on the next video. Thanks so much for watching.